Smiley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Monday, January 29th. Okay, so we have the moon in Virgo pretty much all day. We will see the moon in Virgo go void, of course, at 6:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we won't be shifting into this Libran energy until the wee hours of Tuesday morning. So again, a little bit of a longer void, of course, which of course creates a little bit of instability, a little bit of uncertainty, really shakes things up in order for us to wake up to different ideas, different thoughts, different perspectives. The moon in Virgo, again, the fixer, healer, repairer of the zodiac. We have spent the last couple of days really sitting in the funk, very aware of what is broken, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be healed, what needs to be kind of revamped, reorganized, restructured in a different way. Now that we are moving towards the ending degrees of this Virgo energy, we are in problem solver mode. We are focused in on the smaller details, focused in on what we actually have control over, focused in on what it is that we could be doing differently. We are implementing small little changes, small little adjustments in order to break away from some situations and circumstances that, again, we're built out of the old version of self, and therefore we are really figuring out how to close the door on particular chapters, particular topics and themes in order for us to have a clean slate in this present moment to start building towards something better, something new, something that we can improve upon. Again, we're in Aquarius season, so we're looking to do better, be better, have a different perspective, really kind of see things from a different set of eyes, a different light. So there are 8 different aspects taking place here today. 7 of them are going to involve the moon. The moon in Virgo going to make a tough interaction with the North Node in Aries energy right out of the gate, which of course is going to put us at this pause energy that many of us are having a hard time leaning into in order for us to see the next step, the next possible step, the options available to us to make a change, to make an adjustment. Now, because this is a tough energy, it is going to really put us in a situation to feel that tension, feel that conflict, feel that confusion on where it is that we're going and how it is that we're going to get there. It's a very brief type of energy because the moon in Virgo then moves into a series of good vibes, which is going to help us all out. First of all, the moon in Virgo is going to trine, beautiful interaction with Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desires, even our anger, in this Capricorn energy, earth on earth. So what we get here is a change in mood, a change in attitude. We're building, cultivating this new spark, this new fire, this new flame. It's either coming out of inspiration, coming out of excitement, coming out of motivation, or it's coming out of anger and frustration. Doesn't matter. The fuel that you're using to keep that fire going, we are building ourselves up. We are understanding what it is that we now have to take control over, what it is that's going to be required of us to take actions, to make moves, to make adjustments in order to fine tune our current situation and circumstance and orient ourselves on this long-term goal, this long-term path, this long-term vision, dream that we are now, I'm going to say, excited / frustrated enough to actually take action upon. The moon is then going to trine Uranus, the great awakener himself, who just went direct in this Taurus energy. Again, earth on earth action. This is showing us up where it is we need a little bit more independence, where it is we need a little bit more freedom, what it is that we have to do, taking a calculated risk, making some changes, making some adjustments to our physical realm, especially where relationships and money matters are concerned. And a lot of that has to do with the growth in our self-worth, in our self-confidence, in realizing that we're either going to continue to do the same old and settle for what it is that we've already got, or we're willing to take a chance, we're willing to make a move, we're willing to try something new in order to create a different result. The moon is then going to trine, beautiful interaction with Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, ruler of information communication, how it is that we express ourselves in this Capricorn energy, tunnel vision, focused on what needs to happen, especially with conversations that need to be had in order to get on the same page to successfully bring a certain topic and theme to an end, to a closure point, to a finality point, so that we can orient ourselves, start focusing on building towards something new. Now, the heart space, the moon, and the head space, Mercury, they're working together in this particular interaction. We are resolving some issues. We are very focused on what it is that we can tweak in our emotions, in our heart space, in our head space, in our perspective, in our narrative to create a different result. Our heart and our head are on the same page. They're working together. They have a common goal. They are understanding that in order to kind of break away from the old, we have to get down to the nitty-gritty of the details that's holding us up from closing this door on this particular chapter so that we can focus all of our time, energy, and attention on building this new foundation, this new structure, this new path, this new direction that, of course, is going to give us a lot more freedom, a lot more stability, a lot more happiness, a lot more joy, a lot more safety, a lot more security for the long term. Again, Capricorn energy is the long-term vision. What do we have to do in this present moment? Short-term sacrifice for long-term gains. The moon is then going to make an awkward interaction with Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, beliefs, abundance, and blessings. Jupiter's in this Taurus energy as well. It's not total tension, total conflict, but it's also not total peace, total harmony. It's kind of this neutral activation where we're kind of going one step forward, two steps back. Now, normally an interaction with Jupiter means that we are optimistic, we're confident, we're growing in our self-esteem, we're understanding the options and opportunities available to us at this present moment. But right now, the Jupiter in Taurus energy is thinking a little bit too big, too grand. And even though we're a little bit of an eager beaver and kind of want to jump into something new, gaining that kind of clarity, gaining that kind of perspective on how it is that we're going to get from where it is that we're at to where it is that we desire to be, it's an over-exaggerated, pressurized energy that we're just not feeling comfortable enough to sit in right now. So the moon in Virgo wants us to focus in on the smaller details that we have control over here in this present moment, making sure that we're doing what we can to align the mind, body, and soul to make an informed decision, to stand in our power, to operate from a complete energy source, to do what needs to be done in the here and now, to, yes, help us align with the greater, grander picture, but it just feels overwhelming to think about all that has to kind of take place and transpire in order for us to get from where it is that we're at to where it is that we desire to be. So this is very much a good test in our thoughts, in our emotions, to see where it is that we can remind ourselves of the great big vision, dream, goal that we're kind of actively trying to sort out and work towards, but then like pop ourselves back into this present moment and say, okay, what are some of the things holding us back from moving forward? What are some of the things from our old lives that we have to clean up before we can pursue the new? This is the Virgo energy, focusing in on what we have control over as far as the smaller aspects of our lives go, that of course will help make or break that long-term vision, that long-term goal. We sit in this energy for a couple of hours, really. And then the next aspect that takes place is going to be an uncomfortable awareness. The moon in this Virgo energy going to make an awkward interaction with the sun in Aquarius energy. Anytime that the sun and the moon are coming together, it's an aha moment. Something from our unconscious realm is coming into the conscious realm. Something that we were unaware of is now coming into our full awareness. And the way that this aspect is kind of playing out is it's going to be an uncomfortable situation. Again, not huge tension, not huge conflict, just uncomfortable. And out of this uncomfortability, we are going to have an aha moment. We're going to have a new perspective, a new level of awareness, especially where it is that we could break away from the old, have this breakthrough moment, launching us, leaping us into the path moving forward, realizing where it is that we have to kind of collapse the old ways of doing things, adopt a new method of doing things so that we can create a different result. But even more than that, it's about where it is that we feel trapped and what it is that we have to do in order to free ourselves from those aspects that are making us feel like our back is against the wall. The moon is then going to sit directly across from Neptune. Neptune is in his place of power in Pisces energy. This Virgo and Pisces energy represent the axis of healing. The Virgo energy focused on the physical realm, the physical body, the present moment, the inner narrative, the inner dialogue, the mental plane. The Pisces energy focused on the emotional realm, the spiritual realm, everything that we do not see, everything that we do not have control over. This opposition is putting us in a situation where we're feeling a little bit confused, where we're feeling like we are either overwhelmed with the mundane earth plane or we're overwhelmed with the spiritual realm. And this is going to illuminate where it is that we have to strike a balance between reality and hopes, wishes, and dreams. Where it is that we have to, yes, put all of our eggs in a basket in the fact that we need to trust that there is a greater, grander plan and purpose and mission and quest for us going through the struggles and the hardships that we're currently going through. But we also can't just sit back and just, hope and pray that certain aspects are going to take place for us. There is a certain power that we have to anchor into here in this physical realm and take the actions needed in order to kind of accelerate or support or encourage the hopes, the wishes, the dreams that we're hoping are going to play out at the same time that we are trying to kind of make things happen here in the physical realm. So this particular energy doesn't necessarily feel good. It shows us where it is that we have to either stop being so literal, stop being so logical, stop being so practical to open up the door to the mysteries of life, to the spiritual nature of listening to our intuition, understanding the intuitive downloads and insights that are coming at us right now, or where it is that we're living so far in la la land in this energetic or spiritual realm that we're missing a lot of the things that need to be done in the physical realm. You can't just sit around with a hope and a prayer that things are going to work themselves out without you taking action to actually accelerate that particular outcome. So this is going to illuminate where it is that balance is needed, because there's either one area over the other that has too much energy weighted in it. And of course, the key is always balance. It is this particular point in time that the moon is going to go void of course. And then we have Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desire, in this Capricorn energy, trining Uranus in this Taurus energy. This is a beautiful interaction. This is harmonizing. This is growth. This is healing. This is change. This is transformation. And what this is doing is this is activating our more, I'm going to say, straightforward, aggressive, yet adventurous side. Again, Uranus needs us to kind of think outside of the box, to adopt a different perspective, really step into an energy where we are willing to take a more calculated risk, where we are willing to try something new. And Mars, of course, is ready, set, go to take action and make moves on things that we've been thinking about long term. Again, in Capricorn energy, we have to have thought very thoroughly, very carefully about some of the actions, some of the moves that we are kind of building ourselves up to actually make. But this is an energy where we are starting to see things a little bit more clearly, a little bit more matter of factly. And at this particular point in time, we are more willing to kind of let go of some of the emotional baggage that has been holding us back, that has been cluster effing our plans, our progress, and actually moving forward. So this particular energy is very exhilarating, very accelerated, very inspiring, very motivated. It does kind of help us get out of this rut that we've been in. It does kind of put us in a situation where we are using a different part of our brain to kind of override, if you will, those old narratives, that old perspective, and put us in a situation to see where aha moments, epiphanies, new ways of doing things, new ways of looking at things actually have a place to anchor in to our perspective. And so this is putting us in a situation where we're actually excited to bust out of our comfort zones, to see a different, I'm going to say, situation, circumstance unfold, so that we can see the manifestation in our physical realm of the inner work that we've been doing. Because again, we've been building ourselves up, cultivating this energy, this power, this frequency, preparing us to make a change. And now we are getting in the right mood and attitude to do just that. So we're looking for freedom. We're looking for excitement. We're looking for inspiration. We're looking for motivation. Even more than that, we're looking for an action to be made to help us move forward so that we can see that we are making progress. And so it can feel very jittery. Again, we have Mars, who kind of gives us all of these physical impulses. We have Uranus giving us this lightning bolt of acceleration, of erratic energy. And this is going to put us in a situation where we're more open to taking a few calculated risks And we are definitely feeling more brave, more bold, more courageous now than ever. So there's a strong passion, a strong desire to kind of make things happen, but it does require us to kind of break away from what it is that we have been doing, especially where the monotony of the mundane tasks, routines, schedules, chores are concerned. So this is definitely a little bit of spice, as they say, and definitely encouraging us to get out of that funk.